Welcome back. Let's put this out there in the ether. Most modern day relationship, the reason why they get married, right, is the pet, right? The guy, he think he's getting into a marriage because of love, right? It's not based on love, right? Most marriage is, when according to the women, is not based. It's based on resources and what you can provide for them at that moment, right? To have this idea that modern relationship is just mainly focused on love when you get married is totally asinine. It has nothing to do with that. Guys need to wake up from that perspective, right? Guys need to realize that when you ask for a woman out, right, is the she can her answer will define whether that you have enough resources to support her, right? If she's with you, that's a clear indication that she thinks that you have enough resources to provide her. If you don't have enough money for her, why do you think she'll be with you? If not for the guy's resources, she won't be with you at all. Alright? So when a woman say yes and I do, it's because of financial gain and resources that she got locked in. Right? That's what it is. If you don't have no money, right? Why would you want to be with a broke guy? Why would you want to be dating a broke guy? Why does she want to be dating a guy or marrying a guy that's broke? There's no reason to do it. The only logical reason why she is with you, right, is because of your resources, right? Anything wrong with that, right? But the guy has to understand the real reason why she's with you. Because you understand the real reason why she's with you, you gotta be more defensive. You gotta be more smart on your relationship. You gotta be more strategic, right? Notice that she's with you until what? Until those fortunate events happen when you lose your job, lose all the things you have, right? Most relationships won't last if you don't have enough resources, right? If you lose your job, right, and you fail to support her, to fund her lifestyle, what does that lead to? Most likely it will lead to a divorce, a strife in your relationship, right? So guys have to understand that the reason why she's with you, the reason why she said I do, is because she wants something out of you. You gotta be clear. I'm sorry, but that's mainly the main reason why most marriages are initiated. Most reason why women would say I do, right? I'm not saying all of it, but most of them are. Right, not only that, just because you want to consider yourself as conservative as well, right? The conservative have nothing to do with it, right? As much conservative are divorced as much as anybody else is out there, right? So a conservative woman will cling onto a guy for resources as much as any other woman out there. Right? When it comes down to it, it's all about resources. Her definition is love, right? Her definition of love is different from a guy's definitions. Women's definitions of love have nothing to do with affection, has nothing to do with sacrifices, has nothing to do with has nothing to do with compromise. Women are not compromise, right? It's all about for themselves. When was last time you asked a woman to compromise? No, she's not willing to compromise. If you ask her to compromise her lifestyle, her stuff, her wealth, right, she's most likely gonna divorce you. It's not gonna happen. Why do you think women are so reluctant when you tell them to cut back on certain stuff? They're most likely they won't do it. That's the thing that will make them less happy, right? Women are natural consumers. They need the funding from you to spend to fill the empty void inside of them, right? So just because you're in a relationship, just because you're married to a woman, that doesn't mean she's marrying you for the right reasons, right? But sooner or later, especially modern day marriage, sooner or later, women gonna understand that she have the upper hand when she locked you in that marital contract. That she have the upper hand. Now she could divorce you any time. Like I said, women are the gatekeeper of relationship. They ask a woman that if they want to get in a marriage relationship, right? But yet again, men are the gatekeeper of the relationship, all right? Let me reiterate. Men are the keeper of the relationship, but yet again, women are the gatekeeper of how long the relationship stays, how long they determine the relationship, right? A man could be in a relationship with a woman, but women have to say of how long this relationship can continue, right? She's only being with you until the right moment when she changed her mind. When she changed her mind, right? That's when everything goes down to hell, right? So you gotta understand, yeah, you ask a girl to marry, but you don't have the saying of how long the marriage will last. That's the thing, right? You are not in the power of determining how long your marriage will last. All the duration of your marriage is determined by the woman. She's gonna determine how long the marriage is gonna last. because it's due to our own happiness, right? And you can't understand what a woman happiness is, because women are very emotional. They went through depressed, happiness, anger. They go through mood swings, right? So if you can't determine when a woman will be happy, how do you determine how long your marriage is gonna last? Right? This is bad. This is why I'm advocating. You want to be in a relationship, fine, be in a relationship, but don't get married. If you want to get married, fine, get married, but don't get married to the government. When you get married to the government, you give women leverage. Now you introduce legal matters into the equations, right? When you initiate legal matters into equation, that's when you get the disadvantage of the law going against you, right? Remember, the society is going against men, right? The law is not in favor of men. Society is trying to break down men. So if society's goals to break down men, why would society or the government be on men's side? They wouldn't be on men's side. There's a narrative being driven here, right? They're trying to crash down the system. They're trying to crash down how society works by giving men the disadvantage in life, in society right now, right? So basically, if you want to get married, you don't get the government involved. Just have a marriage, but don't sign a contract, right? I'm for that. But I'm totally against marital contract, right? So if she don't understand how the marriage law works and how the marriage law is completely disadvantaged for both parties, right? Then you should be marrying her. If she wants to sign a contract, that's a red flag. Don't get don't continue on the relationship. I say, look, if I get with a woman and I ask her, you know what? I don't believe in this marriage ceremony with the kind of signing a contract with the government, and she's have different opposing idea that she want to get the contract. Then that's it. I'm not marrying her. I'm dumping her. She's the next woman. I'm going for the next woman. All right, straight up. Don't be bounded by her. Right? Women come and goes. Women are replaceable. Right? Guys are the gatekeeper of relationship. Women are replaceable. Right? So if she don't have the same mindset as you, same values as you, if she don't think that the marriage system is totally against everybody's favor, then she's not the perfect woman for you. If she don't know how the marriage contract works, she's not the perfect woman for you, right? Like there's any perfect woman at all. But I'm just saying, if she don't understand the backstory of how and when the origin of this marital contract began, then she's not the person. That means she's not informed. You do not marry an informed woman. The woman has to be informed and know how the system works, know how the situation is, right? But if she wants to introduce a marriage contract, that's a red flag. To me, it's a red flag, right? So when she get married to you, it's all about resources. It's not about love. Women's definition of love is totally different from men's definitions. Men is too touchy in their feelings when they try to propose to a woman. Now, when you base everything on feelings, that's when you have trouble in life. That's when you start seeing your collapse, right? You do not make decisions based on feelings. Feelings switch up, right? Feeling changes, right? One moment you feel this way, one moment you feel the other way, one moment you feel the other way. This is why you shouldn't, when it comes to tough decisions, you should not base anything on feelings, but you base on everything on rational decisions, right? Do not make decisions based on feelings, right? When a woman say I do, right? When she say I do to you, to your proposal, she's not making. That's the only reason. This is the only example I can think of when she's not making a decision based on her feelings. She's making her decision based on financial gains, right? She's basing on decisions. She's very strategic on this when it comes to financial gains, right? She's strategic when who's gonna marry, who she's gonna marry, and who she's not gonna marry, right? If she said I do to you, she knows that's her winning the lottery. So guys. Right? Our definition of love or marriage is totally different from her definition. You have to understand that. Because if you don't understand that, that's setting yourself up for failure. That's setting yourself up for disappointment. And it's not conducive to your lifestyle. Right? So women and men are totally different. That's why we cannot be equal. That's why we cannot be on the same page. Right? So in order to have a successful marriage, right, we have to understand the situation that we're in. That her gain is totally different from your gain. Your gain is a long term. Her gain is short term. Right? She think about short term gains. While men usually think of long term gains. Right? Because of her decision, she's thinking illogically that, and the way that she's thinking is only going to set up for miseries later in life. She's thinking of um of short term financial gains, right? But that's the difference between our definition of love and their definition of love. She's for getting resources, we for getting emotional support, right? But unfortunately, men are emotionally weak right now, right? That's why I'm gonna keep telling you guys. You do not want to be emotionally weak. You do not make decisions, life changing decisions based on your emotions, all right? But on that note, guys, let me know what you think. All right, you think women are in it for a different reason than men when it comes to marriage? On that note, guys, thanks for watching. Like, share, subscribe, and as always, peace and blessings.